So Elon Musk stated that the auto loan industry potentially could be the biggest financial crisis ever. And this is relating to a post by car dealership on Twitter. And he posts different things about the impending doom of auto loans and financing and big banks and the huge repossession that he sees coming down the pipeline in the auto industry. And then Kathy Wood also retweeted car dealership guy's tweet. And as you know, Kathy Wood, if you all know, Kathy Wood is a major investor and she invests in Tesla. And so when Elon Musk thinks something can be potentially the biggest financial crisis ever, we have to listen because this guy has his hands and head and a lot of different things. And right here, this article was just talking about that whole thing and how the post was mostly talking about how um, they see a massive wave of car repossessions coming in 2023. And as you all know, 2020, 2021, people had extra income because of unemployment. And so people went out and bought brand new cars. And vehicles were getting more expensive because of the supply chain issues, because there was such a high demand for vehicles. And so that pushed up price, and people were paying markups for different vehicles. Used car prices were going up the roof. And so now that the economy is slowing down, you're seeing a lot of people selling off these cars. I actually went to CarMax today and I was just looking through the lot, and there's just so much more cars in their lot than there was last year, right? You have cars kind of bunched up against each other in the lot of CarMax at certain areas, not in every area, but in certain areas. And so with all that extra cash that people were getting, they bought new cars, they bought them higher than asking, and just with the war in Ukraine and Russia and everything of that nature, that drove up price. And then now that the economy is slowing, like I was saying, the values of the cars are declining rapidly, right? And so you have people who bought a car for $70,000, a pickup truck, and now that pickup truck is declining even more because used cars prices just dropped like crazy recently. And so a lot of people are upside down. They have this huge payment, and they can't sell off their car because they only put $500 down on a $70,000 truck, right? You don't have equity in that vehicle, and the used car prices are extremely low right now. I mean, they're not extremely low, but they're going down. And so, just with everything going on, higher interest rates, um, and things of that nature, people in this industry feel like we're heading into a financial doom, right? Because you have to think about it. 2008, it was mostly about real estate. Will 2023 recession be about the auto loan industry, right? Because I do think, yes, people were able to get it at low interest rates. And so hopefully that's good. But now you're having tech companies lay off their workers, right? Instead of you're used to making so many thousands of dollars a month, and you can justify adding $1,000 monthly car payment, right? But now that that job is gone and you have to work at Amazon or you have to work somewhere else, can you really afford that at the moment? And so yeah, you just have a ton of things like that happening. And that actually pushed Tesla, Elon Musk, to decrease his vehicle prices. And this is huge, right? And by the way, you guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I talk about the auto industry as a whole. I'm trying to grow this channel, just crossed 600 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. But yeah, Tesla dropped their prices, and this is a very uh, informative move by Tesla. It's when we see something like this happening, we should be alert, right? We should use our intelligence to say, okay, something is shifting in the market, right? If this billion-dollar company, once upon a time trillion-dollar company, is lowering their price, then okay, there are things happening in this industry, right? For example, the Model Y. had the largest drop in sticker from $65,990 to $52,990. That's a 20% decrease, right? You have Model 3 dropping to just under 44 grand. And then you have like their more expensive vehicles dropping as much as $21,000. And so when I see this, when I see, okay, Elon Musk is dropping his prices because he sees a shift in the car market. He sees that people are not buying as many cars, number one, and people are not buying expensive cars at the moment, right? When a recession happens, usually people buy, they continue buying mid tier or low tier commodities or assets, right? Just like real estate. Yes, real estate was affected back in '08, and it's still going to be affected this year, but most of the houses are being affected are, luxury housing, right? And then housing that is just too expensive, right? Some of the biggest counties where you see the most price drops are counties where the median home price is extremely high, right? Like I was reading San Diego County, and it's a higher price area compared to most of the country. They're already seeing a 10% drop in home prices. So you see that in the car industry, like the higher price cars are seeing, I guess, the biggest effects or way less of a demand. And so Elon Musk is seeing this, and he's dropping those prices at his, I guess, higher trim levels. And so I think also this article was just talking about how uh, why Tesla dropped their prices, and it was just that they're seeing right now what's happening in the economy, the war, higher interest rates that they have to pay too, and people losing out on their vehicles or getting repossessed and whatnot, and so they're trying to make a shift to the industry. And plus they're trying to hit their goals, right, and whatnot. And so if they need to sell a certain amount of units to make their shareholders happy, they're going to do that, um, and different things like that. But what else? Yeah, and so I just think it's interesting to see that even in Elon Musk, who has one of the most popular car brands in the world, making the shift and talking about the uh, repossession of cars that is looming into 2023. Another thing interesting about this article is saying, explaining why Tesla dropped their prices is because to increase demand. They predict that this price cut will increase demand and deliveries by 12 to 15% globally this year. I don't know, because I just think overall people are just not going to be as interested in electric cars and just buying vehicles in general. And so, yeah, we'll just see what happens with that, because Tesla understands there are now way more competitors in the EV game, and so they have to price them quarterly, right? You have GM having their electric cars, Ford now, and just more and more manufacturers coming out with them. All right, you all, let me know what you think of this car industry auto loan whole debacle that's happening. Do you think it's actually going to happen? Do you think it's actually a huge deal? Uh, do you think it will be a crisis, a collapse in the auto industry? Let me know down below. All right, talk to you all later.